It's the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. How are you all doing this terrific evening? Me, I'm absolutely fabulous. And if this is your first time watching the MOPOWERZ, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a terrific way to jumpstart your conversation. And today's conversation just happens to be about the Secretary of Treasury, Steven Mnuchin. Now, if you all are not familiar with Steven Mnuchin, this guy here, Steven Mnuchin is the accountant for the United States of America. He is the one who is responsible for paying the nation's bills, and he's responsible for printing money, and he's responsible for collecting taxes, and he's the principal advisor to the president about the economic issues of the country. In this Secretary of Treasury position that he has, he is actually cutting the federal emergency aid funding programs for America during the crisis by December 31st. This is the statement that he made tonight. Steven Mnuchin. Now, those programs which he is cutting on December 31st are Main Street lending programs. Now, if you're not familiar with Main Street lending programs give loans to small businesses and medium-sized businesses for profit and for nonprofit. There's also another very important lending program that Steven Mnuchin is going to cut, and that is the emergency loan lending program. What does that do? That is when Steven Mnuchin accepts state and local bonds. So if he stops accepting these bonds, the state and local bonds, what's going to happen to stocks? Aren't stocks and bonds related? I'm just saying, set up for economic recession. Now, if you can't get any small business loans or medium-sized business loans, what happened to the economy? You lose your job. So all of these people and businesses that had these jobs during the first wave of this economic pandemic was really about to go down because they're shutting everything down. This guy literally controls your destination. This guy literally controls your destination because he controls the finances of your business plan if you plan to be an entrepreneur. He decides on whether you get the money or not because he's the one who allots the money to you. So all of that weekend money that you have, like that Friday weed money, that Friday liquor store money, that Friday let's go get my hair done, that Friday let's go get my nails done. What's going to happen? He's removing these programs away. Mind you that they had got $454 billion allotted to them from the State Department, Steven Mnuchin. Now, out of that $454 billion, the United States used $259 billion, which leaves $195 billion left. And they're not even messing with it. Steven Mnuchin is giving it back to Congress. Okay? And it's having Congress to decide on what they want to allot that money to. People are out here starving. So not only are they killing us with the chemical warfare pandemic, now economically we are being destroyed from the infrastructure. Steven Mnuchin, economically. Just surprisingly, he was appointed this position under Trump administration. So now Trump is leaving office, and so is your stimulus check. Your stimulus check is history, just like Trump is history. That's out the window. So now Joe Biden is inheriting a country that is about to head to a serious recession. And the central bankers, they made it seem all surprisingly like they disagree with him. But you must remember, if you understand the history of the central bankers are the ones who finance both ends on both wars. So they win either way. So either way here, the central bankers, they still win. Now you must remember something as well, which I forgot, which is a very important piece of information. And that is, but not only does Stephen Mnuchin accept state and local bonds, he also purchases business debts. Now you think about that. So if someone purchases the debts of your business, that means that they own the business, and the businesses are who? The central banks. And not only does he work for the central banks, this guy is in constant contact with the central bankers. The Goldman Sachs, the Rockefellers, the Lehman and Kush Loebs of New York, the Rothschilds of London and Paris, the Wahlbergs of Hamburg, the Lazarus of Paris, and the Israel Moses Safes of Rome. He is in consistent contact with these people because it is their money that he is banking with. Now, what does this mean for you? America is about to explode. While they got us running around here fighting like rats, fighting like roaches, living like roaches, wondering what's happening day to day, if we're going to make it paycheck to paycheck, because some people are not even making it paycheck to paycheck now. Some people are on the brink of actually just losing everything. They are not on a paycheck away from a brink of destruction. Hell, they are on a day away from self-destruction. Some people right now can't afford to miss one day of work. If they miss one day of work, they may not have no job because they don't have a union. Not to mention the fact that all of the schools are closing. All of the schools are closing in the city of New York. All of the schools are closing, but the bars and the restaurants and the gyms can stay open. America is on shutdown. Mandated masks everywhere. And here it is, you got this guy, Stephen Mnuchin, is about to cut off the federal emergency aid. Do y'all understand what I'm saying here? Do you understand what I'm saying here? Maybe I'm not making myself clear. This guy's about to starve us out. This guy's about to starve us out. Not to mention the fact that they are already killing us with the chemical warfare, the corona thing. Okay? They got us fighting like roaches and rats. Racial wars. Black Lives Matters. Antifa. And the Proud Boys. And a whole bunch of other militia groups. They have pitted us against one another economically, racially, educationally, living conditions. The whole 9 yards are divided, and now they're about to even divide it further and make it a serious clash. But this is the time that we should remove. This is the perfect time to help remove racism here in America. Under this festival of doom that they're about to make happen for us. The big festival of doom that they're making to happen for us right now. What are you going to do? Shelves are being empty right now. People worried about toilet tissue. They're buying it off the shelves right now. Some say we have enough. I don't know if there ever will be enough. What really gets me is about these nonprofit organizations that the money is going to be cut off. Where's that going to leave people at? For non-for-profit. If you have no businesses, you can't make no money, because these business programs that are being cut is for businesses that are for profit and for nonprofit organizations. So when you cut that, you cut the economy. And this guy is doing that because he knows what is about to take place. Not only does he knows what is about to take place, the central bankers know what is about to take place. The central bankers, they're not upset. They play on both ends of the table. They're not upset. He's in control of their money. So they still win-win. It don't matter whether it goes into a stupid crash worse than 1929, 1930. So what are you going to do when the economic doom comes for you, thanks to the hand of Stephen Mnuchin? This is very important. Money and how it rules this country is very important. Maybe this is why they don't teach you about it. So learn yourself. I myself learned a couple of things tonight. You can too. You can too. You can too. That's just some informative information that I thought I'd drop on you. If you didn't know, now you know. And I highly recommend that you start reading about money and finances. Start reading about money and finance and how money works. I highly recommend that. It's your brother, the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. Thanks for viewing, and remember, it is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry.